Saturday morning, a bit tired, quite a late night last night at the Staffordshire showground where I was doing a talk. Rob's been doing the drying floor this morning, just turned it on, steaming away. Probably going to go up and do a bit more tidying at Wellbrook, I think, in a bit. Just going to go and grab Chester off Charlotte because she's in a hurry, so I'm just going to get the buggy and go and pick him up in that so he doesn't muck my car up. You get so excited, don't you, Chester? I'm looking at the Farmers Weekly and look at the wheat price. Just fell all year. That was obviously when it kicked off in Ukraine. That big spike, that was last year, but look at this year. Oilseed rate the same as well. Not good. Right, finally I can test these microphones out. They came with that cable. That doesn't work with an iPhone. I ordered this one. It was the wrong one. So that's for if I ever upgrade my iPhone to the one with a new plug. I got this because I thought that would work by plugging that into that, but then turns it to that. But that didn't work. So finally, cable number 4 plugs into there and then plugs into the phone with that one, and it works. So now, hopefully, there won't be much wind noise when I'm outside. Found another use for this hopper. Perfect height for putting cups on, but I am going to lift it up and see if the legs go a little bit deeper. Anyway, Simon's here on the 939, collecting chip. The good thing about this is, because Simon has his own Merlot at home, he just jumps on ours and loads himself while I make a brew. Oh yeah, people keep sending me pictures of 23 plate cars. It was 73s I've not seen many of. No, there's a 73 plate Merlot. I say this every time, but that trailer is a monster. Well, I normally say it's a beast, don't I think? I'm at Wellbrook, looking at where the fertiliser's gone in the shed quite easily. Just nicely in the back there. Obviously we've got to fix that. And Rob's been to B&M, or whatever it's called. Hello, Ivan. And he's got some wham bars. Hey. Yeah, I opened that door the other day though, and it come off the rollers.
Oh, was it you that did it?
Yeah, we might have to get the cherry picker out the garden to fix it. Right, can anyone cleverer than me work out why the moss is only growing there on the roof? It's a bit weird, isn't it? The cherry picker's there, and I know if we drive it out because we've had more rain, I'll make more mess. Could do it for getting that door on. Anyway, I'm going to back over, stand in the back of that, and hopefully we'll reach to get the runner back in. Up there that's come off. Like a little skateboard. Right, if Rob puts that block there, prizes with that shovel, and I stand on here and go like that, should get that into there. You'd have to get it under here. The rest rotten in it. Right, bye, go. Brother, if I go like that now, you get that book under it. Right, and then he just wants to cut to me a bit now.
Hang on. Which way do you want to go? That way. Well, can you lift up against the head of the block again? You lift up a tiny bit so I can get the shovel under it.
Got it? Yeah. Woo! Down.
You need to stop her in that, don't it? Yeah. Did you bag it out, did you?
I was trying to work out why it fell off when I opened it the other day, and I realised now There's a piece missing. The rail should go to there. That's obviously what's rusted and blown the cement out, the sandstone to bits and fell out. Because there's the stopper for the door. So when I pushed it thinking it'd stop there, the rail doesn't. So I need a bit longer rail maybe. But they are fairly goose, them doors. You know, you can only open that another foot before it falls off. That one will open all the way. It's pretty sound, this. It's got a decent roof though. Maybe a slate slip there perhaps. Just doing a little bit of exploring, and in here, I haven't been in here yet, mainly because of the like 6-foot nettles. But David yesterday came up for a look round and he went up this ladder, which I didn't even know was here. I found another loft, which is quite substantial really. I don't particularly trust the floor. And you can see it's rotted away there. It's quite a big loft up here, and it's obviously got a door on it. Now, David did shut it yesterday, but it must have come open in the wind. But it wants shutting so that it doesn't, rain doesn't blow in and wet the floorboard even more. Got a lock on it there, hasn't it? It's dark when you shut it. But the ladder, the cat ladder, is fairly substantial. Looks like it's probably been off a grain bin at some point. So we've just been in that door and up that ladder. Them windows I think go into the big barn. The other side I've just fixed the door on. And there's these two sort of archways here. And these have another loft above, up that spooky sandstone staircase. We'll go up there and have a look. Have a look at that swallow's nest. Can't remember if I showed you in here. This is like a little bungalow. See? Just needs a new ensuite putting in it. I'll go back round here now and looking. Looking the one with the sliding doors. So that's, I've just been in that loft as well, above here. Then they were them slatted windows at the back. So this is all open, this is quite big barn. And then if we go up here, up the spooky staircase. Don't make them like this anymore, do they? There's another loft. Which is a bit spooky. It's a bit like Pripyat, this. Don't know how good the floor is. If there's no video tomorrow, it's because I fell through the floor. It's where the roof's come off that other building. And that's the one with the straw in that we need to repair to the straw. There's the straw shed, there's the buildings I've just been in. I've just been in that loft, looking out that window. Now, I haven't showed you this over here, have I? This is where I took the cherry picker across. Get into the house, or the garden. But there's this building here as well. And most of it is completely overgrown. Like it carries on as well that way. But from the outside, I'll show you now, it's like a hidden, totally camouflaged. Mad, isn't it? The ivy's just engulfed it. This is where we replaced the gate yesterday to a wider one. Hopefully the dry mix is going off. So, going to be a lot easier. Once it's all gone off and dries up a bit, we'll scrape this muddy bit out, get some planings in it. This grass we've sown, see it in the rows there, we did it in 2 different directions, so you can see stripes that way and that way. It's greening over nicely. That was the bent gate. As we flattened it out, it obviously just cracked in half. I definitely think we need a big sticker of the Xerion to put over that horse. This field was after OSR. We've obviously had a lot of rain, but it's drying really quickly. It's been quite sunny this afternoon. Got some bright blue skies. It's still very sticky and stodgy, but can you see it's greying off here? I'm amazed really how much it has dried. When you looked at the weather last week, I thought it's going to be 3 or 4 days before we could get on it, whereas if it stays like this, you could sow this on Monday. Trying out this anyway, see if there's less wind noise. So you'll have to let me know whether there was or there wasn't. I suppose for a true comparison, I need to unplug it, so I've just unplugged it now, so still stood in the same field. What do we think? Is there less noise? Checking this OSR. Someone there walking the dogs on it. Someone else there as well. Grass weeds are drying off though. That was the field after beans that when we were disking it last week, I said it was doing too good a job. You see it's lying wet now. It's just a bit fine, so hopefully it will dry up. Otherwise we'll struggle to get on that before the spring. Anyway, this is where the black muck was tipped. Although they didn't make much mess because they had the mats down, there's still a bit of compaction which flooded. But grass weeds are going a bit of a yellowy colour now, dying off. This OSR in this corner here will be a bit stressed, I would reckon, with this amount of water lay on it. Ugh. Looks like it's a bit wrinkled. This is just rain battered. But it's starting to flourish through the weed now that's dying back. And the flea beetle's not eating it, so that's a good thing. I'll go and have a look at the field that we've patched up, see how that's doing now. That's been patched up over a week now, so hopefully should see a bit more life in it. This is fairly waterlogged. It's where we re-drilled it. It's coming up, it's getting a little bit attacked. You can't actually see. Oh, there's some here. There's some of the original plants from when it was first sown that have just made it. But yeah, there's the new stuff coming up now. Definitely chewed. Nowhere near as bad. Obviously the water will be washing the flea beetle off now. Don't know what the headlands will be like with them being so wet though. I'll show you this bit here where we're messing around, emptying the drill out between different varieties. That is all OSR, but look at it. Absolutely chewed. Doesn't even look like it. They've had a field day chewing that. I've just picked this up, it's empty, and I've kind of like missed that bit there, but it doesn't matter. I just want to see if these legs go any lower. And then we can see if we can make it higher. Oh no, they don't. At the bottom hole, so you have to drill it or maybe put longer legs on it. I suppose though, you carry it around on forks, you can have it whatever height you want, and you could even fill it with a bucket. It might spill a bit, but if it's in a grain shed or whatever, or fertiliser doesn't spill it, and then just lift it with that, put it over your drill to fill it. But I think it would have been better if them legs were a bit longer to get a wheelbarrow underneath, but it's still a handy piece of kit. Now, one of the names on today's birthday bumper is definitely a joke because I know who's done it. The guy from Ceres Machinery is responsible, I think, for some of them in the last few days as well. But see if you can spot it. Anyway, Rob Parfoot Gray, happy birthday. Joe Carroll, happy birthday. Drew Peacock, 80. Simon Learning, I think it's pronounced Learning, is 50. Tash Hall, Callum and Owen Capewell are 19. Nick Jones is 58. James Munro is 10. Robbie McMullen is 29. John from Stafford or Stratford is 69. Now, you never list his surname, but that's off his daughter. And Jampar, aka Stephen Charles, the guy with Brutus and Thunderstruck tractor puller, it's his birthday. So happy birthday to him. £46,757. Can you work out who is not a real name on there? If you think you know, let me know in the comments. Anyway, happy birthday, and if it's not your birthday and you if your birthday and you're not on the list, happy birthday to you too. That is about all for a wet Saturday, looking around, see what stuff's growing, see how things are drying, and a little bit of an explore of the new farm. So thanks everyone that's watching today. I'm going to take Charlotte out for a tea because it's 5 years since I took her out for a tea for her first time, so I think we should go out for tea. I'm going to leave you with an outro, and this is some grapes being harvested in Anglesey that was sent to me on Instagram, so that's the outro picture. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, click like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and I'll see you tomorrow.